Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. This is going to be a love tarot reading for the collective. Not all of the messages that come through in this reading may apply to everyone watching today. So please only take in from this reading what speaks to your soul and what resonates for you and your situation, and release the rest to the universe. So let's see what messages are coming through. What does the collective need to hear today about this person and this connection? What do we need to know? And we have the Five of Swords. Let's see what else we need to hear for this message today, please. What does the collective, well, what's this? And we have the Ace of Pentacles. We'll grab one more card and then we'll start talking about the message. I like to have several cards on the table before we start talking about the message to make sure that I understand what the universe is sharing with you guys for the day. But let's see what else we need to know about this person. And we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, guys, what an interesting run of cards for this message today. And it starts with the Five of Swords. And I really feel with this Five of Swords, this is a lot about your person's regret and their guilt and their remorse and things that they have done wrong. Wishing that they had done things differently. Because we also have a snake on this Five of Swords, which is about the transformation that your person wishes they had made before they allowed things to get so out of hand between the two of you. But the Five of Swords is also a card that tells us your person knows that they were selfish, that they were prideful, that they were full of ego, that they brought a lot of drama, conflict, and chaos into this connection between the two of you in the past. And they are hoping that it wasn't too overwhelming for you, that you're not going to want to take them back. They are hoping that you are going to give them an opportunity to come forward and apologize because they want to start over. That's what that Ace of Pentacles is all about. Your person wanting to begin again. But at the moment, with that Ace of Pentacles being nestled in the middle of the Five of Swords and Ten of Swords, wow, this is telling us that your person has a lot of regret for things that they said, for things that they did, for words that they spoke, for actions that they took towards you that were hurtful for you, that made you feel like you were perhaps abandoned, stabbed in the back, betrayed. That is what that Ten of Swords is as well. Your person knowing that they have really hurt you and that you have had to take on so much emotional devastation because of what they've done, of their words, actions, and behaviors that were low vibration words, actions, and behaviors, perhaps toxic and dysfunctional mess that they brought into this relationship between the two of you as well. Knowing that those things do not belong here. They've had a major wake-up call about that, because with that Ten of Swords, they're also feeling their own sorrow, sadness, worry, anxiety, being afraid or fearful that you may not be willing to listen to them or give them the opportunity to start over. With this Ace of Pentacles, they're having to think through all of this at the moment, and it is bearing down on them very heavily, but they need to feel this. They need to experience this right now. Don't feel sorry for them for their Ten of Swords moment, guys, okay? They need to feel this at the moment. They need to feel what it's like. They need to experience the regret and the remorse and the guilt for how they hurt you, for words that really don't belong in this kind of connection, for behaviors and actions that were low vibration that don't belong in this connection either. But it is giving them a massive wake-up call, and this is truly, in fact, what this person needs. Something needed to come along and shake them up and wake them up, and that is what they're getting right now. A heavy dose of that, because they are feeling the weight of all of this bearing down on them, because they can also see and acknowledge with this Ten of Swords being here that when they abandoned you, when they created this problem, when they created this conflict in this connection, they also abandoned themselves. And they are having to feel the heavy weight of that with their own heartache, with their own heartbreak, but that on top of the guilt, remorse, and regret that they're also feeling for hurting you and for bringing this damage into this connection. Now, the interesting thing about the Ten of Swords is that it does resolve to the one. It resolves to the Ace again. So I feel that we're coming out of this period of disconnect for the two of you, because especially with this Ace of Pentacles and that Ten of Swords resolving to the one, that is about them reaching out to communicate with you, because I feel they do want to Start talking and see if you are willing to accept their apology, to see if you're willing to even hear them out, because they want to see if they can come back into your life and how you feel about that. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. Well, this is Justice. Justice, well, that's an interesting card to get today, guys, because that is an apology. Now, the interesting thing that I want to point out about this deck, and I just want to make sure you know, because someone will leave a comment about it, I'm sure. In this deck, the Justice card comes with number 8, and the Strength card comes with number 11. There are a lot of old tarot decks that have it that way. Some of the newer ones have it flipped to the newer representation. However, Justice is still ruled by Libra. So if you or your person have your sun, moon, or rising signs in Libra, this can be a place of validation for you, but you don't have to be a Libra for this reading to work or resonate. These are collective readings and they are for everyone. It truly is more important what the meaning of the card is and how it relates to the other cards that are in the message that the universe is presenting for the collective today. Well, Justice, actually, that was the perfect card to come after that Ten of Swords, because justice needs to happen. There's always a leveling of things. There's a law of cause and effect that is in place in the universe, that is in place in the cosmos, and many of us have all experienced that law of cause and effect that says if you do something, then this can happen. And I feel like this is what's happening to your person. They are feeling the consequences of their choices, of their actions, of their words and their behaviors with this Justice card and Ten of Swords combination. And they are having to feel that, and it's really heavy on them. And that is what is making them acknowledge that they owe you a very big apology, because justice is about an apology coming from your person. But also wanting to speak the truth, wanting to show back up for you and tell you the truth about everything, about why they created this damage, about why they weren't ready for you in this relationship, about why they were selfish, immature, childish, why they were coming at you from a place of their ego and their insecurities and everything else. And that is what that Five of Swords is about. Wishing they had been ready for you and for this connection, but yet they weren't. And so instead of working through the things easily and learning these life lessons the easy way with you and in this connection, they chose to do it the hard way by creating all of this chaos and conflict between the two of you, which in turn has brought chaos and conflict into their life as well. And that is that law of cause and effect, that karma being played out in your person's life right now, perhaps for some of you watching the reading. Now, this Justice card also is about equal give and take, and your person acknowledging that they need to be more fair with you moving forward. And you will see this. They will treat you fairly. They will treat you with respect. They will be just. They will be kind. They will be giving back to you equally, because justice is about equal give and take. And perhaps your person took advantage of you because you are naturally very kind, you're very generous, you're very loving, you are very caring, you're very compassionate. You have a lot of love and affection that you like to share with people in your life, and not just your person. That also goes to others. You share all of those things with other people in your life as well. Perhaps your person took advantage of that. Perhaps they just flat out took you for granted. But that is not going to be the case moving forward with your person, because they see and understand now that they should have done things differently. They wish they had done things differently in the past. That is what that Five of Swords is about. But they hadn't gone through the growth and the transition and the changes that they needed to go through before they met you. And so they're having to do that now, choosing to learn these lessons the hard way. But the interesting thing is they still get them. They still have to have them. You can run from these personal growth and spiritual growth lessons. You can try to hide from them. You can try to reject them. You can try to delay them. You can do all of those things, but ultimately they are going to come along and teach us what we need to learn for our life and how we should treat and react with others in our lives primarily. And your person has had, I feel, a fairly heavy dose of that at the moment with the combination of that Ten of Swords and Justice. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What do we need to know? What messages are coming through? This is the Nine of Cups. Well, that's an interesting card to get, especially with that 10 of Swords and 5 of Swords just before it. But this 9 of Cups is all about your person saying, I am happiest when we are together. I am happiest when we are spending time with one another. You make me happy. I am happiest when we are in each other's lives, and I really hope that we can get that back. I am going to apologize to you, and I'm going to make it a very sincere and heartfelt apology, because we also need to have a heart-to-heart conversation about all of this stuff. I need to put everything out on the table, because I need you to understand that I didn't mean to hurt you the way that I did. I just allowed my fears, my insecurities, my pride, my ego, my childishness, and everything else to get in the way of what I knew was right, because I was so afraid of what was happening. Things were moving so fast between us, and I was just trying to slam on the brakes. And I am so hoping that you are going to forgive me for all of this, because I shouldn't have done the things that I did that hurt you, that hurt us, that hurt this connection. And I shouldn't have slammed on the brakes and then ran and then ghosted you the way that I did. And I'm hoping that you are going to forgive these actions and all of the hurtful words that I said to you as well, that I really didn't mean. But again, I was speaking out of my fears and my insecurities, my pride and my ego. Well, all of those things are gone now, because I've had a major wake-up call, and I see and understand so much. I have experienced some karma. I am suffering the consequences of my choices, my words, my actions, and behaviors. And I am really feeling what it's like to not have you in my life. And I am not liking it so much. I want to get back to the light of your love. I want to get back to your presence. I want to get back to the energy that is so beautiful and happy when we are spending time together. Because you fulfill everything that I wish or hope for or could even desire when it comes to a romantic partner. And that is what that 9 of Cups is about as well, guys. You both fulfill what each other hopes or wishes or dreams for when it comes to a romantic partner. But as well, that 9 of Cups is all about love and the love that your person feels for you. And if that has not been shared with you in the past, this Justice card is about truth. Your person speaking the truth, no longer hiding their feelings. They're going to come out with all of their feelings, all of their emotions, all of the love that they have for you will come pouring out of them, because your person is having a major life lesson here, is what I'm hearing from this combination of cards. But let's see what else is coming through for this reading today, please. What else do we need to hear? What messages does the collective need? This is the 4 of Swords. Actually, the 4 of Swords is a card of healing. It does tell us that at the moment, for most of you watching the reading, your person is in this place of no contact. They're withdrawn, they are retreated away, and they are in this place of isolation. But the 4 of Swords is about your person looking within. It is about them having conversations within themselves about all of the things that they have needed to do to get rid of this junk and this stuff and this crap that they have been dragging around with them for God knows how long. Whether it is old emotional wounds, whether it is insecurities, whether it's pride, selfishness, ego, whether it is childishness, whether it is immature behavior, whether it is fears, insecurities, illusions, and everything else. They are working through that with that 4 of Swords being present. The 4 of Swords is a card of healing, and it tells us your person is releasing all of these things that have held them back, because they want this opportunity to start fresh and start over with you, because they want to get back to this happiness, this balance, this joy, this love that is this connection for the two of you. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? Well, this is the 4 of Wands. Ooh, I love that the 4 of Wands and the 4 of Swords came side by side, because we love the number 4, because that is all about stability and structure. It takes 4 cornerstones to build 4 walls for a solid foundation. And that is what this number 4 is all about. But also it is about your person finding their personal power, finding their courage, their confidence, and their strength. But the 4 of Wands is about reconciliation. Four of Wands is about reunion. It is about your person wanting to get back together and wanting to have this opportunity to start over with this much more stable foundation. That's part of that Ace of Pentacles as well. But the Four of Wands is also a card that tells us it is about the celebration of this union. Whether it's the two of you just going away somewhere for a few days to celebrate, or go somewhere for a nice dinner, or having a ceremony where you are doing a hand fasting or an engagement party or a housewarming party because you're moving in with each other. Ultimately, the Four of Wands is about the two of you celebrating your relationship, celebrating the fact that you are coming back together and that you are moving this connection forward to this place of partnership and union with each other. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What do we need to know? What messages are coming through? This is the Seven of Pentacles. Well, I feel the Seven of Pentacles, especially with it coming beneath that Ten of Swords today. It tells us your person sees where they failed. They can acknowledge where they have made a big mess. They're able to see where all of their issues, where all of their drama, chaos, trauma, pride, ego, selfishness, immaturity, and everything else created this failure in this connection. And your person does not want to feel like a failure anymore. They want to rise up from this place and rise again like the phoenix that rises from the ashes and come back in your direction to create this opportunity to start over with you if you are willing to take them back, because they do desire this partnership with you. The Seven of Pentacles, though, is also about long-term goals. It's about long-term investments. It is about the long game. And your person seeing this connection with you from this long-term perspective, especially with it coming next to the Four of Wands, which is about commitment. It's about long-term partnership. And so with the Seven of Coins being here, the Seven of Pentacles, it tells us your person wants to invest in this relationship. They want to be all in when they come back to have this opportunity to start over. And you will see this in your person, because remember, they are happiest when the two of you are together, and they want this opportunity to invest fully in this relationship, not just part of them, not just their head, not just their mind, not just their brain, not just the talking. This is about everything. This is about them investing their heart, their soul, their mind, and their body into this relationship. And that in and of itself is going to give it so much more stability and staying power to go to this place of long term that comes with that Four of Wands. But let's see what else is coming up for this message today, please. What else do we need to hear? What do we need to know? The Page of Cups. Well, the Page of Cups coming beneath that Justice card is very interesting, because the Page of Cups is about an apology, very much supporting that Justice card, actually. But the Page of Cups is also a message of love coming from your person, or a message coming from the one you love or the one who loves you, and this is your person reaching out to contact you. The Page of Cups is a water sign, so that is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. But again, you don't have to be a water sign. It's more important that we consider how this card relates to the rest of the message. And it is telling us that there is communication coming from your person, because they want to apologize. A definite apology coming from them. Also, with the Page of Cups being present, it tells us that they can see where they were immature and childish in the past, and they can see that their immaturity and childishness and that lacking of that stability and maturity when it comes to emotions are the very thing that caused them to fail you and fail this connection in the past. And they don't want to make those same kind of mistakes moving forward. They want to make sure that they have it, well, they have themselves rather all together, that they have all of their ducks in a row, that they have grown up, and that they have hit that place of emotional maturity and stability so that they can represent themselves and have this long-term partnership with you. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? Well, this is the Queen of Cups. Well, this is all about emotional maturity, actually, the Queen of Cups, because the Queen of Cups is the ruler of the heart, the the ruler of emotions, the ruler of feelings, the ruler of the emotional realm. The Queen of Cups tells us your person has grown up and they're going to be able to be so much more emotionally expressive to you for this connection moving forward. They also see, with this Queen of Cups card being present, that you are everything, again, that they could hope or wish for when it comes to a partner. Definitely supporting that Nine of Cups that comes right above it. They see you as someone who's very nurturing, very loving, very caring, very giving, very charismatic, very understanding, very generous with your love, with your attention, with your affection, but also someone who's very gentle, very kind, someone who has their best interest at heart, and they know that they need to reciprocate all of this back to you as they come back to see if you're willing to listen to them and hear them out, and that is part of their plan because that's what the Justice card is all about. Equal give and take. Only this time it won't be equal. It will be your person giving you so much more. If you are willing to hear them out, if you are willing to accept their apology, if you are willing to listen to them and give them this opportunity to start over. Because your person's life lessons through all of this have been a very heavy experience for them. And they know that they have done so much wrong here. They know that they have really let you down. And they really do feel like a failure. And they have so much regret for all of the things that they did that were so hurtful and so damaging to you and to this connection. But all of the things that they said to you as well that were so hurtful. They want to take all of it back, and they know they can't take it back because they can't turn back time. All they can do is make a difference moving forward. And this is what part of their plan is. The Queen of Cups, like the Page of Cups, is a water sign. So that is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Now, coming from the bottom, we do have the Hangman. This is about your person wanting to hold on to you and hold on to this connection. But it also tells us that they have had a major wake-up call. And they are able to see things now with much greater clarity than they have before. And this is about your person wanting to be a better communicator and someone who is going to be so very willing to make compromises with you. It's no longer going to be their way or no way, or their way or the highway, or whatever that saying is. This is about your person wanting to do what is necessary and show you that they will meet you halfway and do what is required, because the Hangman is also about making the sacrifices necessary to make this relationship work. And this is what your person is going to be doing, especially with this Hangman coming right on top of that Four of Wands, which is about the partnership that's here. We also have the Five of Pentacles coming from the bottom. Now this tells us your person feels left out in the cold right now, but like that Ten of Swords, they are acknowledging that they have left themselves out in this cold space, away from the light and the warmth of your love, and they don't like it out there in the cold. They want to come back into this energy, into this love, into this connection that is here between the two of you, and they know that they put themselves there. They are a little worried that you may not be willing to forgive them. They are a little worried that you may not be willing to hear them out. But it's not going to stop them from reaching out to you, because they are going to do what is necessary to come back in your direction, because they do want to apologize and they want to represent themselves as a romantic partner to you. Now, this deck has some interesting cards in it that are different than the regular tarot. And this says New Moon, and it is not the moon card, okay? But it says New Moon. And I feel that that could be a timing for some of you guys watching the reading around a new moon that's coming up. You could be receiving communication from your person. It could be the next new moon, or the one after that, or the one after that. It is just a new moon energy. Also, I feel it's saying for the new moons to put your intentions out to the universe so that you can manifest those things into your life that you are desiring, that you are wanting to bring in to your life with this new moon card, okay? But it could be that your person is going to reach out to you around a new moon energy. We also have the Four of Cups on the bottom. Well, the Four of Cups tells us your person knows where they have blown it in the past, because they did not make you a priority. And they wish they had made you more of a priority than what they did. They are saying that if they had done that, this relationship could be in a very different space right now. If they'd invested more time, effort, and energy into this relationship than they did in playing games and being selfish and being obnoxious and bringing low vibration words, actions, and behaviors into this relationship, things would be very different right now. And that is a true statement. But it also tells us your person sees where they missed so many opportunities to spend with you. And they are bored with their life without you, because getting back to this happiness and getting back to this Nine of Cups energy for the two of you is what your person desires, because you are what make this person happy. You and this connection. They're bored without you. They don't like their life without you. It feels very lackluster. They're just kind of like in this place where, well, they're not so happy. And so with that new moon card being there, it could also be part of that moon, the regular moon energy as well. Your person feeling a sense of heaviness, melancholy, sadness, especially with this Five of Pentacles being here, because we have an interesting, I'm just going to use this word, hodgepodge of cards on the table today, guys. It is very starting out as your person just being really miserable at their wits' end, really feeling as if they have just screwed everything in their life up. And then knowing they need to apologize and acknowledging that they are happiest when the two of you are together. Trying to heal, trying to work through the things that they need to work through because they want this long-term partnership with you. But seeing where they failed, knowing where they let you down, but also wanting to invest in this relationship moving forward and wanting to apologize, seeing where they were immature, knowing that they needed to grow up, and then using this time to grow up, an offer of love coming from your person, a message of love coming from your person not wanting to let go of you because they feel cold, isolated, and lonely without you in their life. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What do we need to know? This is To Be Fair. This card comes with number 38, if anyone resonates with 38. This card always intrigues me because to me this dress looks like cake. And she's got these two things that she's holding on each side of her, those scales, very much like the Justice card, actually. And she has an owl right on top of her head, which is just so random. But this card actually means that your person knows that they were not fair. They didn't treat you fairly. They didn't treat you with respect. They didn't treat you with honor and dignity, and they didn't show you how much they truly do value you in the past. This is about them wanting to make amends for that and set everything right, because your person has had a massive wake-up call and they've gained wisdom during the time you've been away from each other. It is also about very much supporting that Justice card. It is about equal give and take. It is about your person wanting to give back so much more to you, and they want to start that by apologizing for things that they have done, for the words they said that crushed your spirit, for the words they said that broke your heart, for running, for ghosting, for denying this connection, for acting out, for self-sabotaging behaviors, for creating arguments and then turning it around and blaming you, for not loving you the way that they know they should have, for being selfish, for being immature, for being childish, for allowing their pride and ego to override what they know was their common sense, which was the love that they feel for you, because it's all about being authentic and real in these kind of connections. And that's what this To Be Fair card is about as well. Your person returning and being fair, but also being authentic and being real with you, because your person knows that to come back into your life and to be the partner that you need them to be, they know that they've got to step up to the plate and they've got to hit several home runs in a row here. But this as well is going to be part of their plan as they come back in your direction. But let's see what else we need to know for this message today, please. Dragonfly Spirit. This says change. This card comes with number 12. Who out there resonates with dragonflies? Dragonflies are so cool because they can fly backwards and forwards and upside down and all different kind of ways. But dragonflies have been around for so very long, right? I mean, dragonflies have been around for a long, long millions and millions of years. And that is very powerful in and of itself, because they've always been able to adapt to whatever changes have been happening around them, around the world, around the ecosystem, around whatever the planetary shifts and changes are. Dragonflies have always been able to be there. They've always been around, and they've always managed to change and transform and adapt themselves to what they have needed to in order to keep surviving. And my point in saying all of that, I feel, is because your person is adapting and changing and doing what they need to survive. But it is definitely, this dragonfly spirit is about them transforming, evolving, and changing, coming back in your direction, and being able to have this fresh perspective that comes with that hangman. Because they have allowed themselves to see and understand things now much better than they ever have before. They had a blindfold on in the past, perhaps. They didn't want to see things. They didn't want to hear things. They weren't willing to accept what was happening. But they are definitely having this massive wake-up call now that's causing them to see and understand things with much greater clarity and understanding. They know that they need to make changes, or they need to tie up these changes that they're making in their life, because they want to change this connection and the dynamic of this relationship by coming back into your life and seeing if you are willing to take them back, if you are willing to forgive them and accept their apology, to see if you are willing to hear them out, to see if you are willing to accept them back into the light and the warmth of your love. Because they are definitely experiencing that life without you is cold, it's lonely, it's isolating, it's boring. They don't like it. They want to come back and experience this Nine of Cups energy again, which is all about happiness and joy and fulfillment and balance and harmony in this relationship. But they know that they're going to have to restore all of this and do the work. They know that it's not going to happen magically by itself. They're willing to do that because they do want to apologize. They want to show up and see if you are willing to have this fresh start with them that they are really desiring to have with you. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What messages are coming in? Foggy bog. That is just such a fun thing to say, foggy bog. Well, this is about patience. This card comes with number 18, and that's interesting. If anyone resonates with 18, 1 or 8, although 1 plus 8 does equal 9. Now that can even be like January 8th or August 1st or the 18th of a month. It can be numbers anywhere that may resonate with anyone. But the number 18 is also the number on the moon in the tarot. And it's interesting that we have that new moon card there that's not part of the tarot truly. So I do feel with this foggy bog card, I feel like your person has been kind of like in this foggy bog mentality, actually, is what I'm hearing. And they have allowed their brain to get into this foggy bog place because they were not ready to accept the power or the brilliance or the magnitude of this love and of this connection. Well, they are coming out of that now because their mind is no longer foggy. It's no longer boggy because they have had a massive wake-up call, especially with that dragonfly spirit and this hangman card being here. Being able to see, get it, wake-up call, massive. Hello, your person is waking up because they've had to. They've had a hard time. I feel like your person's going through a hard time with some of these cards that we have on the table, guys. I feel for some of you, they may be even going through a dark night of the soul. But that is that learning lesson and those life experiences that we all need to have from time to time to get us moving in the direction of our destiny, to get us to answer the call of our soul and of the person who calls out to our soul, which is you. Your person calling out to you and your soul calling out to your person is what I mean by that. But as well, I feel this foggy bog card is also about, well, it says it right there on the card, patience. I do feel that you have been so very patient with your person. And I feel that they are going to express their gratitude for all of that as they return. And guys, you know, patience is one of the hardest life lessons there is. It is not easy because we live in a world where everything is at our fingertips and we can just push a couple of buttons on our phone and have a complete meal delivered to our house for dinner. We couldn't do that 15, 20 years ago. We had to kind of like go out and get it, or we had to cook it ourselves or go to a restaurant. But the point is, patience is a hard life lesson to learn. So make sure that you give yourselves a big hug for being able to have this patience for this person while they go through this growth that they need. I regret that I drove you so crazy. Well, yes. I do feel your person feels a lot of regret for driving you so crazy. And I do feel that they're able to acknowledge that they did drive you crazy. I mean, what your person put you through was probably very difficult. They were hot and cold. They were on and off. You didn't know where you stood. You didn't know what was happening in this connection because they were acting from their pride and ego. And they feel bad for all of this. And they want to make amends because they don't want to be living in that place of pride and ego anymore. They want to be real and authentic with you by changing the behaviors that cause the problems between the two of you. And I feel that that is something that is very real coming from your person. I feel they are going to be able to change these change these behaviors that cause problems between the two of you because they've had a massive wake-up call. And they have needed that massive wake-up call. They know what it's like to not have you in their life, and it is not something that they are enjoying, is what I'm hearing. So I do feel that they are making these changes because they want to get back to this happiness, this joy, this stability, the warmth of this love and of this connection with you. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? I hate that I made you cry. Well, I feel for many of you, your person has caused you many tears, a lot of heartache and a lot of heartbreak. And my heart is just going out to all of you. I send you all love and healing light because I know it's difficult to be in this dynamic with your person. When you love and care for someone so very much, but yet they treat you the way that this person has treated you. Yes, it's a difficult thing to experience. It's also difficult to continue to have patience with them, but you know that there is something here in this connection with your person. You know that there is a reason why you are in one another's lives. And you know that there is more to this story than where it currently stands. And your person does as well, actually. That's what I'm hearing coming in from them. But let's see what else we need to know for this message. What else do we need to know for this message today, please? What is coming through? What does the collective need to hear? What do we need to know, please? Peace, balance, harmony, and friendship. Well, balance and harmony is all over this reading, actually, guys. So is peace. But I don't feel that this is about having friendship with your person. This is about a romantic relationship, especially because we do have the Four of Wands here, which is about long-term commitment and partnership. But I do feel that there will be friendship between you and your person. You will be friends, you will be lovers, you will be confidants, you will be partners. You will be everything to each other, basically, because that is how these connections work. But they do know that they allowed things to get way out of balance between the two of you when you were spending time together. And they want to restore that balance and harmony to this relationship as they come back and the two of you have this opportunity to start fresh. Apology. Well, this is about forgiveness. And I do feel that your person is going to show up and apologize. And we have seen that from the very beginning of this reading. And they do need to apologize in a very big way. And they want to return and they want to see if you are going to be willing to forgive them and give them this opportunity to make things right. Because this reading is also about them wanting to restore peace, balance, and harmony in this connection between the two of you. Mistakes. Well, I feel that this is about your person acknowledging the mistakes that they've made here in this connection with you. This is about them saying, yes, I made so many mistakes. And perhaps I did that because of my fears, my insecurities, my pride and my ego, my holding on to my victim mentality, perhaps as well. But I see that I shouldn't have been holding on to any of those things and that I should have truly let them go. And I wish I had let them go before I met you, but I didn't. But I have been working on that now because I want to have this opportunity to start over with you. And I'm hoping that you are going to forgive me for all my mistakes. Nourish. Well, this is about self-growth, self-focused, and soul-finding. Well, that Four of Swords that's down here somewhere is about finding your soul. It is about no longer being a victim. It is about living from that place of your soul. But it's also about self-growth and being self-focused. This Nourish card is, and I feel that this is what your person is doing. They are trying to nourish their heart, their mind, and their soul right now, because I do feel they are going through a rough time. They're having a massive wake-up call. And like I said, they may even be having a dark night of the soul here. For some of you, with some of the cards that we have on the table, some of these cards are pretty oof, that your person is having to deal with right now. But these are the powerful life lessons, experiences, and teachers that your person needs to get them moving, to get them grooving, to come back in your direction, to go through the growth, to focus on themselves, to be able to find their way back to you, and to apologize and present themselves to you again as a romantic partner. Because your person has a lot of regret. They have a lot of remorse, and they are feeling a lot of guilt for everything that they put you through, for how they hurt you, for how they broke your heart, for words they said to you that they never should have said. And they are feeling the heavy weight of all of that guilt and that regret right now. They hate that they made you cry, and they have been working on changing the behaviors that caused the problems between the two of you, because your person wants to come back, and they want to present themselves in a more authentic and real way, and see if you are willing to forgive them and give them another chance to get it right with you. This is your reading for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of you so very much. Blessings of peace, love, and light to everyone. Have a great day, guys.